Hey, what's up, Tech Nation? So welcome to the tech review. I've been trying to do this for so long. Had camera issues last week, but everything is gravy this time around. Got everything rolling. So let's go ahead and start the car up. I'll show you what it looks like when you start the car up. On the gauge cluster, the ST logo pops up, so just to let you know that. But right here on the center console, the infotainment screen, the Sync 3 screen, the Ford logo comes up. Usually, I already had the car started up, so it didn't come on this time, looks like. There we go. There we go. All right. So everything is on now. As you can see, it's a little delayed. I'll talk a little bit more about how Sync 3 is just a decent system. It's very, very buggy. It is a 1.0 system. It's very buggy though. So I'll talk more about that later on. But all right, here's the home screen. So the home screen setup is really neat. It has the map on one side, it has the station you're listening to, and your Bluetooth phone capabilities on the left, and it's just easy to get to every single one of them. You just touch one of them, it'll go straight to it. And if I can go back to the home screen, and then I'll go ahead and connect my phone right now. I'm using an Android phone, so when you connect an Android phone, I have certain apps that are enabled to show on the screen with AppLink. So you'll hear a voice in a second, maybe. One of my apps on here, the language is English UK, not English US. So whenever it finds the app, it's always like sync is not compatible with this app. Sync, your voice capabilities aren't the same as this app. You may have issues, but it's just a Ministry of Sound app, and it's not even popping up. So right now, this is live demo of how sometimes Sync 3 works and sometimes it doesn't. So if it doesn't pop up with your apps, then what you need to do is just disconnect it, reconnect it, and sometimes it works correctly, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I have to restart my phone. Now I am using an Android 6.0 Moto X 2nd Gen, and I did notice that when I did upgrade to 6.0, things did become a little more shaky than they were already. So I would suggest if you are heavily, if you have this system to be used heavily with apps, definitely don't upgrade just yet. Wait for Ford to upgrade their sync system, and then it'll be more compatible with the latest updates for Android. But see, it's still not even finding the apps. So I'll probably end up having to just restart the phone and turning it back on to find the apps. Oh, there we go. It's finding the apps now. So it has iHeartRadio.
This app's language does not match the active language of Sync. Voice commands may not work as expected.
And it's talking about the Ministry of Sound app. With Sync, with AppLink, you can use voice commands and play certain stations and do different things like that. So as you can see, I have 3 apps that are compatible with Sync AppLink on my phone. I have the Sirius XM app, which I don't use. It only allows you to listen to my Sirius XM stations. You cannot actually listen to Sirius XM. You have to use a Sirius XM in the car. If you want to listen to Sirius XM from your phone, you have to use the Bluetooth audio. I also have the Ministry of Sound app and iHeartRadio. I was actually surprised to see the Ministry of Sound app actually worked, but I'll talk more about apps a little later on. Here is the basic setup of the screen. On Sirius XM, you have channel guide, direct tune, and all that stuff right here. Direct tune allows you to just put it on a station. So say I want to listen to Utopia, I'll put it on there. You can have it alert you when certain songs are on certain stations, and then your presets are down here. And this changes the Sirius XM 1, Sirius XM 2, kind of like FM1, FM2. This will allow you to have more presets at the bottom. So I'll go back to Sirius XM 1. That's what I listen to. This is a Sirius XM 1.0 system. If you're familiar with Sirius XM, you know that they have 2.0 systems with extra channels. They're in the 300 range. This is an old school Sirius receiver and antenna in this car. So you don't get the extra channels. So you don't get the channels in the 300s and 500s, and you also don't get I forget the actual corporate term for it, but when you have presets down here, it'll actually buffer the presets for up to like 30 to 90 minutes depending on the car. You don't get that with this system either, but I can replay what I've already had it on, and it will buffer if I go back to FM or some other source. It'll still buffer that station in the background. So that's just an FYI. With the Volkswagen GTI, I do not know if the 2016 MIB2 system has the whole 2.0 XM system, and I know the 2015 one didn't, but since it was updated for 16, I don't know if it has it or not. Cars off the top of my head, I know that have the 2.0 system. A lot of Kias have it. The higher classy Kias, like the Cadenza and the K900, I know they have the 2.0 system. I'll show you what FM looks like. You can direct tune on FM, so if I want to listen to 96.3 Kiss FM, bam, it goes straight to it. And my presets are down here. It just does have HD radio from the factory, so I get the HD2 stations. You just hit the tune button that's on the center console, the Sony center console thing. You just hit the Tune Plus up button. I don't have a shot of it, but hit up and down and it'll go to your presets. Or you can hit the HD radio icon and it'll also do it. Now, one thing to note about HD radio, if you live in an area where their signal is kind of crappy, or a lot of HD radio signals are crappy because of like law or whatever. So if you want to turn it off, you actually have to go into the settings and then go into radio and then turn it off. There is no quick way to turn it off from the main menu for audio. So AM, nobody listens to AM. CDs, what do I have in here? I have a Michael Jackson CD in here. With CDs, you can browse a track list and just go straight to the track if you want to listen to it. Info, I believe the info comes from Grace Note, but this is like a mixed CD. It's not like an official CD. And of course, shuffle and replay. Replay the one, or yeah, nothing. So I don't really listen to CDs so much. Bluetooth audio. Check this out. So this is actually playing iHeartRadio, because on Android, iHeartRadio automatically pops up as soon as it actually finds it. iHeartRadio just pops up on the phone. It's super annoying. I don't know if you can actually see it because of the glare, but it just automatically pops up. So whenever I come in here and I want to listen to Google Play music, when I have my phone go straight to Bluetooth, iHeartRadio just takes over. Then I gotta go exit out the app, go on my phone, open up Google Play Music, and then it'll play from there. So with Android, if you hardwire the phone from the bottom, the USB port, into the USB port in the car, it will not play audio. So it'll play music that's on your phone, but say if I wanted to listen to a YouTube clip, I go to YouTube, it won't do it. Now that's with this phone. I don't know if it works with other Android phones. I have a OnePlus 1, a OnePlus 2, and both of them also don't do it. Now with iPhone, if you hardwire your iPhone into the port down here, it will play anything audio from the iPhone's Lightning connector into the USB. So that's something to note. So if I go to YouTube Music and I open it up, then it will play music from YouTube Music from the phone. It goes straight to there through a hard wire. This car does not have an auxiliary port, so that's the only way to do it, either Bluetooth or USB. So with my Android phones, it's always through always through Bluetooth, excuse me. It will play anything audio from YouTube, or if I go to Chrome and I open up a video on there, it'll play it all through Bluetooth audio, the Bluetooth audio source on here. Now, when you plug in your iPhone has to be plugged in order for the apps to pop up. So if I have the iHeart Auto app, the Sirius XM or Ministry of Sound apps, or all the apps that are compatible with Sync AppLink on iPhone, you have to plug it up into the car and then it'll find it. You cannot just simply connect the Bluetooth. Now I know later on with the later iOS updates, Apple does have Apple CarPlay that is wireless. Now that I'll see if that'll help, with Apple CarPlay wireless, if that'll actually allow you to do apps on Sync and stuff wirelessly too. The Sync system right here will be updated later this year to include Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so I'll definitely update you guys on that as well. So I'll go back to FM or whatever. But check out phone. Now phone here, when the car is moving, you cannot look at text messages. All you can do is have it read it to you. Now when the car is not moving, you can just simply look at a text message. So this is how it looks like when the car is also moving. When you get a text message, it pops up. It says message from whoever. Hear it, view it, call, or reply. Now, of course, you can't reply while the car is moving. You can't view it while the car is moving. So I want to reply. So I just click reply. And there are presets. Now you send the presets off. With my phone here, my phone's been acting a little screwy lately. And like I did say, I did update it to Android 6.0. So that could be one of the causes of it. So the replies aren't sending correctly. Now before the Android 6.0, I had Android 5.2 and it actually worked flawlessly. It would send the reply off, and then when people get the reply, it actually had the reply, a period, and then it'll say this message was sent through forward like text messaging, whatever the heck it says in there. It's a little crappy advertisement, a little signature for forward. But yeah, there's a bunch of replies and you cannot create your own reply, so you have to use one of these. But I think these replies will be good enough to keep people in the loop. I'm outside, or text, hey, I'm here, or whatever. So that's cool. Stuck in traffic, call me later, LOL. Always good to have the lows on there. So do not disturb blocks all text message pop-up notifications coming in, which is excellent if you're stuck in a crappy group message and people are just constantly pop, and they bling, 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 pissing you off. So it's cool to have that there too. Recent call list is right here too. Your contacts. all right there. And there is a quick A to Z jump, which is awesome. So if I want to go straight to the H's, bam, I got H right there. So that's cool. And of course the phone, you can do ring set phone ringtone, all that cool stuff. Or no ringtone at all. So it's really cool. Mute audio in privacy, I think, is an excellent feature to have, because I know a lot of cars. I know most recently the Kia Soul, the newest Kia Soul, the newest model of it that came out in 2014. When you actually put your phone in privacy mode, the audio stays muted. Some people like it, some people don't. So in this car, it gives you the option. If I'm driving down the road, or if I'm actually sitting in the passenger seat and my phone is connected to the Bluetooth, I'm like, hey, I want to go private because I don't want people in the car hearing what I'm talking about. Put the phone up to my ear, click it on privacy, bam, the audio either stays mute or it comes on. So the radio will stay muted or it'll come on, and that's cool to have that feature right there. Text message notifications. You have different alerts and stuff, voice readout, all that cool stuff. So yeah, this car is pretty technologically advanced when it comes to this system. And as you can see, I'm actually scrolling like, a low battery notificator. It actually notifies you when you have 30% left and from then on. And as you can see, I'm actually scrolling like I will on an iPhone. So that's really awesome with the capacitive touchscreen. Zoom in and out and all that stuff, pinch to zoom. So we'll check out nav. I'll have to blur this out for a second because I'm at my house. I'll move it over just a tad bit and bam. Navigation in this car is absolutely amazing. It's it's pretty advanced stuff. When you're driving on the highway, I can have a dual setup show up, and the side of the screen will pop up with different exits and that are close by. I can actually touch on the exit and it actually tell me some of the stops on that exit. So if I'm like, what's on the next exit, instead of having to look at a road sign, I can just click on it and they'd be like, oh, Burger King is there. You can scroll through different stops that are actually on that next exit. So that is really, really cool. When you're on the highway, it actually gives you a split screen of an exit popping up. It'll say, you're close to the exit, so take this next exit. It'll give you a readout of how close you are to it, and then 0.1 miles, 70 yards, blah, blah, blah. It'll just keep going from there. And on the side, you'll see a fake picture of the exit. And it's really cool because it just helps you out. It has the number of lanes and everything. So it's like you should be in this lane or have an arrow for this lane or that lane. And it's really, really awesome. I think it's such a neat feature. The navigation in this car is so amazing. So you click on destinations and you can do a search. I want to search for a Walmart. So I just type in Walmart. It'll give me that right there. The latest Walmarts pop up. Let's go to the Bobby Jones Expressway Walmart. Oh, let's do it.
Obey traffic laws, be alert, and use voice commands while driving.
So this is what I'm talking about on the side.
Please proceed to the highlighted route, and then the route guidance will start.
See at the bottom it says no highway exit information. That's what I'm talking about. So it'll pop up like this green thing here. You click on it and then bam, it tells you what's on the exit. It's really, really awesome. So you can mute the guidance, you can cancel the guidance, and that's all from this hamburger menu right here. Mute guidance, cancel guidance, traffic list, the view the route, detour, all that cool stuff is all there. The system is amazing when it comes to navigation. And of course the screen view, if you don't want a screen view, if you don't want the split stuff, you just click on full map. Traffic list, it'll give you traffic information for the route that's on the route, if there are any crashes or anything. So that's cool. Navigation settings, your map preferences, 3D model. If you don't want a POI, all that cool stuff is there. And I suggest you go to a Ford dealership to really, really test out all the navigation features with this car and Sync 3, any Sync 3 system. It's pretty high tech, and I really can't. It'd be really difficult for me to show you everything this car can do with navigation on a video. But yeah, it's good stuff, I'm telling you. Now this guidance prompts right here, this is the coolest thing. I mean, I just love it. So it'll tell you have in point blah miles, make sure you take a right? Then it'll say on the next exit, take the next exit off the highway. And the thing pops up, like I said, on the split screen. And then when you get close to the exit, it'll boom, boom, boom. It'll beep. And the beep is like to let you know, hey, this is the exit, dummy. Take this exit. Now, if you're already on the exit, just ignore the beep. You can even turn the beep off. That's what this is, the tones only or voice only. You can turn all that stuff off, but I think it's a really neat feature. The one issue I would say with it is I would like the beep to come in a little earlier. I feel like it comes in a little bit too late when you're pretty much at the exit, the beep comes in. It's cool to have, but I wish the beep would come slightly earlier, but it's not even a big deal, honestly. It's just a cool little neat feature that the car has. So yeah, I'm highly impressed with the navigation in this car. Of course, pinch to zoom, all that cool stuff. Or you can just zoom in like this. If you want the map to be north facing, you can make it north facing, 3D, or however you want it to be. And you can even just take these crosshairs and just point them somewhere, and then hit start, and then it'll take you right to that location. So that's cool. All right, so enough about navigation. Here are the apps. Now, apps work in a way that are awesome and extremely frustrating at the same time. Find new apps on the phone to help you find new apps if it's not finding them. But what I've noticed is that when it doesn't find the app, finding new apps does not help. It doesn't help at all. So I'll start with Sirius Travel Link. This is awesome. Your traffic list is there, and it all comes from Sirius Travel Link, and that is free for 5 years with a Sirius subscription or not. It does not matter. So that's awesome. I got that in the mail. I was like, you gotta be kidding me! 5 years of that junk? That's amazing. And then it also includes movie listings. But it tell you where the latest theater is, or you can just search via movie. I say I want to watch The Good Dinosaur. Okay. I have to find a theater, and only a couple theaters in the area are gonna play it. Then I'll just click on the theater. It'll set me to it, or I can check out the show times. Oh, The Good Dinosaur is coming on at 12:30. Oh, well, let's go to that movie theater at 12:30. So you can do all that stuff in the car if you don't want to use Fandango. Let me go back out of here. So movie listings are awesome. Sports information pop up with a ticker of your teams and all that. I don't care about all that stuff. I don't do sports. Here's your subscription info, and that just tells you everything you're subscribed to. So this car right now is 6 months of Sirius XM radio and 5 years of Sirius XM Travel Link and weather and all that cool stuff. Fuel prices right here. Check out, the nearest gas stations that give you the prices, and I can also sort by price. So of course you want the lowest price, obviously. So I'm definitely going to Murphy, USA. So weather here, and I'll tell you your area in Augusta, Georgia. This is the weather, 44 degrees right now. I can do current. I can do a 5-day forecast. This is all coming from Sirius XM services, and a map. The map is really cool. So there's rain and snow off to the side in South Carolina. That's pretty crazy. Don't get no snow here though. Ski conditions. If you're in Georgia, this does not apply to you. So you can get resorts and lodging. So there you go. Quality Inn, 300 miles away for obvious reasons. But yeah, the Sirius XM Travel Link stuff is really awesome. All right, so we'll check out Ministry of Sound now. This is the UK app. Of course, I'm jamming out to old school hip hop anthems. You have an I Love House station, which is amazing on here. You have your Ministry of Sound station, which is also amazing. Right now, my phone doesn't want to seem to be loading the station up, but it's all good because I don't really want to play the audio through here anyways. So with the station, with here you go to menu, and you choose a channel.
Please select a channel.
All right, I want to listen to regular Ministry of Sound. Let's go ahead and get that going, right? So it'll buffer up and play. Like I said, my phone's being weird right now. Oh, there we go. Audio quality is great. Now, you can change the source here and go to any of the other sources, including the apps that pop up, or you can go back to the apps and change them there. Now, if I want to actually say I want to do an audio, hey, let me hear this station, right? So I just I hit the button on the steering wheel, the voice button on the steering wheel.
Please say a command.
Play Anthem's Hip Hop.
Play Anthem's Hip Hop.
And it already knows I want to play Anthem's Hip Hop from the Ministry of Sound Live app. That is so cool. Voice commands, they work really great with this car. They're just really great. I mean, they work so well. I mean, come on. Okay, no copyright though. All right, so that's how you work the Ministry of Sound app. You can also exit apps by just clicking on the menu and exiting them. I'll go back to the apps and I'll check out, I'm not doing Sirius XM app. I'll check out iHeartRadio. Of course, it'll go ahead and load up something, so Avril Lavigne's playing now. Now I have all my presets on here. All I listen to are the actual iHeart stations that actually play music and only music, not the stations that are nationwide. So I listen to all the digital stations. So Fly Nation, Dance Nation 90s, all that cool stuff pops up. Those are all my presets. And your presets will get jumbled up if you actually are a heavy iHeartRadio listener like I am and you listen on the go. The stations pop up as almost like history. So the last station you listen to will pop up here. So the last station I listened to was iHeart 2000s, and then it goes chronologically down from there. So they will get jumbled up. It's not a set look of how the stations are on here. They get jumbled up based on the history of the stations you listen to. So that's a little different and confusing, but it's all good. They work well. And what's cool is that, say, I got the station playing here, right? I click Def Jam Radio. It loads in the background, takes a couple seconds. It plays nice and clear, good audio. But if you notice, it didn't go back to the main menu. When you change stations on iHeartRadio, it actually just stays on the presets. I think that's awesome because if a station is playing a song I don't want to hear, I'll just keep going down the list. You actually got to hit the back arrow to they'll do it, and I can thumbs up and thumbs down. You can, if you listen to iHeart stations that are curated playlists, you can go left and right to fast forward and rewind, or skip ahead. Thumbs up, thumbs down. The menu button allows you to actually find other stations, so stations by city, exit iHeartRadio, music and entertainment, or you can go to my stations. And it takes a minute to pop up. It goes back to the home menu, but it will pop up eventually. And all of my presets are here. Now, when you do it this way, I don't even listen to iHeart 70s. Some of this stuff just pops up. I want to listen to Hot 97 in New York. So if you click on Hot 97 in New York, it'll play it. Or you're going to listen to Fetty Wap. And then when you do it that way, it will actually take you out of it and go back to the main menu. But the preset stations, they're awesome. So I don't want to listen to Hot 97 because I don't care. That's not even one of my. Sometimes it kind of gets confusing. That's not one of my presets. It's not one of my stations that I've had saved, so I don't even know why that showed up. I guess I've listened to it before, so it just pops up. If I want to do a scan, I can scan it. For some reason, it's going back to Hot 97. The apps work pretty well on here. Now I will show a clip of me having issues with this system. I'm gonna stop the scan. And so yeah, was just driving to school today, and this happened. So, like I said before, the Ford Sync 3 system is buggy. It is a 1.0 system. It's all blue right now, and the car is off, completely off, so I don't know what's going to happen. If I turn the backup camera's still on, I don't know what's going on with this crap. It's going insane. I'm going to open the door up as if I'm leaving, and it just stays blue. So, I don't know what's going on with the Sync 3 system. It just shut off on me when I was driving. I put it on Sirius XM, and then bam, it just went completely black. So then I turned the car off. I tried to put it in reverse to see what happened if I put it in reverse. The backup camera came on and never went off because I don't know why. Opened the door up, turned the car off, and it's a blue screen. So we'll see if the battery's dead by the time I get back in the car or what. But this is insane. Yeah, we'll see. I might have to make another trip back to my Ford dealer. This will be the second trip, and this will be the second thing that they've done to the car if it needs to be fixed. So, yeah, got back into the car. I actually had my dad come pick up the car because I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if this thing was going to die on me because when I turned off the car, the screen was still blue, and I was like, look, I don't know what's happening. So, he came and got into the car about an hour later, and everything was working for some reason. I don't understand it. No, it's working again. So yeah, this is the second time that I've had a bit of a freak out with Sync 3. I think it all just plays a part into it being a 1.0 system. I guess that's kind of the price you pay, but it really, I don't want to say it's the price you pay for having an updated system and having a brand new something or whatever. But I mean, come on now. If you're releasing this Ford, it needs to be better than this. I don't know if it's because I have two phones on the Bluetooth now. Two phones have access to the Bluetooth, and the car has two phones stored. That may play a part. I don't know. That might be like one of the bugs going on with it. Or it might be because I have the Wi-Fi on now, and I never had the Wi-Fi on before. I don't know what it is, but it freaked out on me again on the way home, but it didn't freak out as bad as it did on the way to class. So on the way home, I can't access the iHeartRadio. It doesn't do anything. I can go to anything else. I can even go to Bluetooth audio. But I just cannot access iHeartRadio. So, I don't know what's up with that. Now, as you can see, I had an issue with it. I've had this issue twice. This system kind of freaks out on me sometimes. It's really rather annoying and disappointing, but it freaks out. And I feel like this is nothing that can't be fixed, or did I say it right? Nothing that can be fixed, whatever, with an update. So Ford can definitely fix this with an update. And so, speaking of updates, how you update would be straight through Wi-Fi. Now, you go to your settings at the bottom, you want to scroll to the right, Wi-Fi's there, connect your car to your Wi-Fi, and the car will update when Ford sends out updates. It'll do it automatically once you have it set. So you connect your Wi-Fi, and then when you want to have, if you want to check and make sure you have your updates set to automatically, you click on General, scroll down, and automatic system settings. Now you can pause it and take a look at this general settings menu if you want to. Touchscreen, beep, all that stuff, language, miles, kilometers, Fahrenheit or Celsius, and the master reset. So if you click on sound, this is your EQ and your balance, fade, adaptive speed, adaptive volume. The clock, easy to set. I have a 24-hour clock on, so that's nice. Bluetooth, just Bluetooth settings. Like I said before, this is how you add your device, Bluetooth on or off. The phone, these are just phone settings that you can actually find in the phone thing I showed you earlier with the set phone ringtone. Radio settings, I have this set on radio now, so it's back to FM, AM, all that stuff. Navigation settings that I showed you earlier also. 911 assist, not going to click on that. Vehicle settings, camera settings. So this allows you to have the rear camera delay. So when I'm backing up, if I start going forward, it'll still keep the camera on for a couple seconds afterwards. I'll go ahead and put it in reverse and show you what the camera looks like. And the wheel, it does turn with the wheel, so that's really nice. The guidelines turn with the wheel. Valet mode, set a pin for that, and you can lock out certain parts of the system. I'm not doing that for obvious reasons. And your voice control, the advanced mode on or off, I'll click on that, let you read that. So there we go. Voice command list pops up too, so you can turn all that stuff off. So yeah, I'm torn by the Sync 3 system. It's an amazing, very powerful system. It's very snappy. It's very fast. You'll find hiccups every now and then, but it's overall it's a really nice system. But it just has issues. It needs updating. It needs to be updated. It needs to be ironed out. And I think Ford knows this, and they're working on it. Updates are coming. Well, I hope Ford knows it, but it needs ironing out. This system here will get better over time. I'm pleased with the snappiness of it. I mean, it's very user-friendly. You can easily get in and go. It's just there. But overall, the Sync 3 system is a decent upgrade, very snappy, powerful. Thank you guys for watching the video, and hopefully this helps you make an informed decision on which vehicle to buy. For all you out there, I definitely suggest you just go to a Ford dealership that has any car with the Sync 3 system. Let them know, hey, I'm not interested in buying an Escape, but I really want to see what the Sync 3 system is like. And there you go. And, oh, and at the bottom too, I want to highlight. At the bottom, I have, 5 little nodes down here. I'll call them nodes. I don't know what they're really called. When you actually have a car that has dual climate control. I'm sorry, not dual climate control. When you actually have a car that has heated seats, the climate pops up down here. I can't do that because my ST does not have heated seats. And so I have no climate button down here, but when that climate button is down there, you can control the climates and, of course, the heated seats and heated steering wheel. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a great day. I really enjoy making videos for you guys. I really love this car. The full review of me actually driving it and just hooning around town is coming soon. It's going to be amazing. I really hope you guys are ready for that because I'm so ready to get that out. But thank you. Has some nice content coming within the next couple weeks. It has some surprise videos, so I'll get those up, out, and ready. Thanks for watching this tech review, you guys. If there's something I didn't cover, if you're like, hey man, you just did not talk about iPhone enough, you just blabbered on about Android, let me know. I have access to an iPhone 6S. The latest software is on it. If you really want me to test that stuff out and make a video about it, I will definitely do it. Just hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment below. I'll reply to every single comment. See you guys in the next video. Peace.